You've been waiting for a long time for this. And here it is. What if Deku was in the Dino Squad? Part 2. It's here, guys. Sorry I've been gone for a while. Been having a break from the what ifs, multiple doing. But I might end up doing 2, tonight or today. I don't know what time you're watching this, but I'll do more after this one. So we start after Izuku turned back to normal, and Bakugo asking Izuku, he wants answers. As the doctor says, "Well, Izuku, your blood has certainly mutated of sorts, but I have no idea to classify it." As Izuku's cat turns back into a normal cat, did I give the cat a name? If I already named the cat, I'm gonna rename it, okay? I'm gonna call it Scruffles. Yeah, Scruffles the cat. As Izuku says, "Scruffles, you too?" As Scruffles basically meows as in a yes. As the doctor said, judging by you and the cat, kinda have something similar with each other. Tell me, where did you find this cat? As Izuku explains how he rescued it from the beach on a piece of driftwood. As this doctor says, I need to do some tests on this sample of blood. Don't worry. I'll give you the news. As all the way in America, we cut to a lighthouse of a guy with green hair formed in a mohawk searching on the internet for something cool. As he says, "Hero work, hero work, hero work. Boy turns into dinosaur, hero work, hero work." As another person, a girl, says, Whoa, Buzz, what did you say?" As this green-haired man named Buzz says, "What? Sorry, got bored. What was it?" As this other girl, as this woman says, Go back, as Buzz scrolls up on the laptop and reads the news article. Teenage boy turns into a dinosaur, stopping a villain in his tracks. As Buzz says, "We need to inform this." As this woman says, "Yeah, we do." As a dog notices in the corner of the picture shows a cat in the mid-transition of Gorgonopsid. From cat to Gorgonopsid, sorry. The dog turns slightly more, I'm gonna say it, Archeops-like, and starts to growl at the picture. As Buzz says, Whoa, easy, don't worry, it's just a picture." As this dog starts growling. As the woman notices that there's a cat in the picture, and she thinks, "Oh, that's why." Anyway, as an elderly woman comes down the stairs and says, "If you're wondering if it's a quirk or not, it's not. It's not a quirk. I can see it in his eyes. He's just like you. as two adult men come into the lighthouse on two dinosaur-based motorbikes and say, "Ooh, that mission was tough. Right, Roger?" As the guy on a blue bike says, "Yeah, I swear, having to ram my head into those trees were hard. Still got a headache." As he goes to sit down and get a glass of water, as Buzz says to Roger, "Hey, yo, Raj, check out this picture." As Roger says, "What now, Buzz?" As he gets up from the chair and looks at the picture. And he's in disbelief. It's another dinosaur. As he mentions the elderly woman says, "Don't worry, it's not an out-of-control quirk or a mutant dinosaur. He's just like you." As they all gasp in amazement, anyway, we cut back to Japan. Izuku's walking his way home. And, yeah. He's wearing a new fresh pair of clothes that he safely packed in his bag. Well, scratch that. He's in his mother's car, driving home, along with his cat purring in his lap while he's stroking it, as he says, "Mom, was I really quirkless?" As Inko says, "I don't know. Maybe that was an error. We're gonna go back to the hospital by tomorrow." As they get back to the house, or the apartment in this case, Izuku heads to his room and sleeps. He just, how should I put this? Well, let's say, one day you're walking through the town and all of a sudden you just see a giant slime ball and walking around. Sorry, I heard something. Anyway, this giant slime ball has one of your classmates. You try to attack it, but you just get stuck in it. Then all of a sudden you turn into some form of giant dinosaur, and trying to process all of this is going to be tiring. So let's say Izuku's tired. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. The next day, Izuku gets ready for the quirk doctor again, because, it's weird, I know. But hey, it's based off of What If, but I'm gonna take some difference, so yeah. Anyway, back to the story. As Izuku is at the quirk doctor's office, getting the tests ready, and the doctor comes in and says, "Well, it seems to be that your son does not have, your son has the bone of a quirkless person, but he appears to have a quirk. This is going to be tough to explain." As Izuku says, "So wait, I can be a hero?" As the doctor says, "If you want to be, then yes." As Izuku is basically, As Izuku's just surprised at this. Most of his life, he's been bullied and basically ridiculed because he had no quirk, and the only person he could trust was his mother and Scruffles the cat. As after Izuku's done with the doctor, Izuku wonders about Scruffles turning into some form of mammal lizard, as he asks his mom, "Hey Mom, should we take Scruffles to the quirk vet?" As, yeah, in this universe, there's such thing as quirk vets. Basically the animal equivalent to quirk doctors. Just in case if your pet, let's say, you're in the My Hero Academia universe, then all of a sudden one day you wake up to see your pet dog the size of a flippin' house. Like outside carrying a huge tree. Yeah, you're gonna want some answers. And the quirk dog. We're getting off track. Back to the story. As Inko says, I'm gonna agree with you. But since it's been a long day, let's get back out. Let's get back home. Yeah. Another day off school, actually. As Izuku's at the beach one day, and he starts looking at his reflection in the water, trying to process everything that he's been through for the past days. He tries to calm down. And, he notices there's a giant pile of rubbish. So he thinks to himself, I'm gonna clean that. He starts by, pushing some smaller things, grabbing smaller cans, litter. I hate litter bugs. And plastic bottles that were illegally left there. Save the turtles. Anyway. And, after he's done picking up the small stuff, he's rolling the big stuff. Like tires from buses that were left there, and Izuku putting them to the side to make sure it doesn't go back into the water again. As he's been trying to move a giant bus that's been there since he was a kid. It smells horrible. And Izuku cannot either drive it or he can't move it. So Izuku takes a rest. And when he's trying to think to himself, okay, how am I going to move that giant bus? As he tries to figure out many ways until he thinks of one way. As Izuku says, I might as well. As Izuku basically lies down, and I don't know. He basically just has a nap there. Yeah. Then all of a sudden, when he wakes up about 5 minutes later, he's in his dinosaur form, which is strange. Yeah. Izuku thinks, what? How? Can I even control this? As Izuku is trying to stand up on 2 legs, which mostly works, but he has to stay hunched over. As he looks back to the ground and notices some Bits of his clothes are on the ground. As Izuku thinks to himself, great, I have to get new clothes. Again, as Izuku realizes, wait a minute, maybe I can push the bus. As Izuku grabs the bus with his mouth, which to him tastes horrible. Like that bus has been rotting since he was 1. And, yeah, he basically lifts it over, like, basically not on the beach, but onto the side of a hill of sorts, where it cannot go in the water again. As Izuku is almost done clearing up most of the stuff there, he's rather bulky and kind of sweaty as well. As Izuku's trying to turn back, but he realizes that he can't, so he thinks, okay then, how am I going to turn back? As Izuku notices the water, he thinks to himself, maybe. As Izuku goes into the water, now I know this is not accurate, but let's say Izuku goes for a swim, even though most hadrosaurs could not swim at all. Well, they could swim, but not as effectively as, say, a crocodile or a moose. Yeah, Izuku just goes for a little doggy paddle swim. As he's exploring the beach, well, the nearby reefs, he ends up finding something strange. A canister of, well, green goop. Now I know what you're thinking. For all you TMT fans, or Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle fans, hey, that sounds like the mutagen. Well, guess what? It's not. I'm sorry, it's just... This thing's different. As Izuku swims back to the surface and puts it on, well, in his small bag now, as he thinks, well then, I guess I better go in again. As Izuku goes back into the water again, but something catches him by the, well, cheek. As he thinks, ow, what the? As Izuku tries to tug it out, but something keeps pulling at it. As we travel up the line to see an elderly man saying, I got one. As 2 other people say, whoa, really? You got a bite? As the elderly man says, I told ya my seaweed salad will attract something big. Yeah! As everyone tries to help him by pulling, and then back to Izuku's side, Izuku's basically like tugged out of the water. As he's on a, well, fishing dock now. As everyone looks up at him, and Izuku tries to say something, and instead of words, it's just loud, bellowing noises, like something similar to a slowed down, loud tuba. Well, high-pitched, really. Or a deep trumpet. You know what I mean. It sounds like a trumpeting sound that's so loud it bursts some people's eardrums. As the old man says, "What the hell? What are you? Sea monster!" As Izuku runs back to his side of the beach. Now I know what you're thinking. Is the old man coming back? Well, no, he's just a weird old man. But anyway, back to Izuku. Izuku's running to the spot where he was at last time. And yeah. Izuku thinks how to turn back, and he tries calming down and eventually turns back into himself. Yeah. Some bits of his clothes are torn up, sure, but he's back to himself. Luckily, he's also packed extra clothes, just in case something similar to this would happen again. And, yeah, he just goes home. Now, I'm sorry if this was rushed. I got another idea coming in my mind, which would possibly be at the same length as this video. So, make sure to like and subscribe if you want more. Hit the bell notification to be notified for more videos. Anyway, bye-bye.